Facebook,
I think
Paranormal Warehouse.
I think we're live. I think we're live.
Are we?
I
Are we
think
live
we
now?
are. I'm
I beat
assuming
you.
you did beat me today.
I did beat you today, didn't I?
You did. You beat me.
You lost your mojo.
I did. It was with the hair cutting is what did it.
I told you.
You were right. You were right.
Mm-hmm.
You told me it was going to happen. It happened.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, we're getting everybody start coming in here. Hey, there's Mike. Hi, Mike.
I don't see you
There's
live.
Kyle. Yeah, I'm on. It's 25 people in there right now. Maureen. Hi, Maureen. How are you?
And guys, I beat
Timothy.
Moonie today.
Yeah. Hi, Moon. Hi, Dee. Says Kyle. Maria's here. Hey, Maria. Good to see ya. Hey, Tim. How are you? Good you jumped in here. There's Jessica. She's coming in. Hey, Jessica. How are you?
Okay. Oh my God. Thank God your hair is still long.
Oh, that was my favorite prank of all time.
I hate you so much. Especially because you guys don't know what he was telling me before we went live, so I really thought he had cut his hair. And I know the
Uh,
picture looked fake, so I was calling him out on it, like, okay, it's fake, it's a fake picture, it's a fake picture, it's a fake picture. But the crap he was saying before we went live. Oh my
it
God.
was
Okay.
epic, guys. It was epic.
Look
You have
how
no
happy I am
idea.
now.
That is so funny. Oh my God. Hey, Jessica. Angel says, Hola, they're from St. Paul, Minnesota. St. Paul, Minnesota. I'm going to see you in late August. So I am excited about that, Maria. Hello. Timothy says, it's working this week. Linda says, hey, Moonie and Dee with a heart. Timothy says, for Facebook, it's actually working. Madeline says, hello. Jenny says, hello. First time watching.
Hello,
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 Jenny.
hello.
Thanks for tuning in. I didn't
Thanks for
cut my
tuning in.
hair, just so you know. You don't know what that means, but that's okay. Bart says, hey, everyone. Angel says hi, D, and Mooney. Kyle says, I
Hello.
actually thought you cut it too. Like, oh my God, he cut it. Jessica, I'm at the doctor. I'll be back. Okay, Jessica, you come back when you need to, or when you can. Um, Kyle says, I actually buzzed mine to watch Moon. You better not have, Kyle. You're supposed to be growing your hair. Don't even joke with me like that. Joy says, hi, Moon and D. Michelle says, hi, Mooney and D.
Hi.
And Quinzel says, hi. Christine Granados is here. Man,
Moon,
we
I
got.
hate you so much.
Oh my
Ay,
God.
ay.
I had so many people that were just flipping out, and I totally wanted to play it up, but I didn't want to do it too soon. I wanted to make sure it was close enough to showtime so people didn't really actually get like crazy about the whole thing. So I really put it on D though. You guys, you have no idea. I was like, My hair's gonna grow back. Don't worry, the show will be fine. It'll be great." She's like, "No, no, you ruined everything." I'm like, "Oh."
You ruined everything.
She
So
she called
dramatic.
she called me a dirty bastard. It was
I
terrible.
didn't. Oh God!
She
Don't
did.
even. Don't.
She
I
was
did not
terrible.
say that. I
No,
didn't do
she
that
didn't
to
say it in
him.
so many words, but she meant it. Sarah says, "Hey, I'm here. Hi, Sarah. Hello, Christine. Alan, our buddy Alan is here from Stagecoach. Hey, Alan. Good to see you. Timothy says, "Hey, I'm brand new, first time watching." LOL. Just kidding. Yeah, Tim, we've seen you a couple of times in here. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Islam says, "Hi." Kyle says, "Just kidding. It's getting thick and long. Haha. You better be, Kyle. I gave you serious shampoo technique secrets for man grooming.
Oh my God!
So
I'm still.
don't disappoint me like that. Come on."
I
Um,
was this close to getting my eyebrow pierced.
yeah, she was going. She told me there was a shop. She had plans. She was like going to call somebody. It was nuts. Crystal says, "Hi, this is my first time watching you guys." Well, hello, Crystal. Thanks for tuning
Hello,
in. We
Crystal.
appreciate
Thank you
it.
for tuning in.
Tina says, "Good one, Mooney." Thank you, Tina. I was trying pretty hard on that one. It was a last minute thing, but I think I pulled it off pretty well. Pam says, "Mooney needs to turn up his mic, or Dee needs to turn her mic down. I have to keep adjusting my volume depending on who's talking." Oh boy, it's your fault, Dee, always.
It's all
Um,
me.
let me see if maybe,
No, let me try something.
okay.
Because I guess it's me with the loud
I
voice.
guess it's you with the loud voice. Don't laugh because it could get crazy. Elizabeth says,
Is this
hello.
better? Is it better? Is this
Well, if you
better?
talk like this, I imagine it is. It
Is
probably
this
is
good?
quite a bit better to speak
Is this
like
a lot
that.
better? Okay, I'll just start doing
Absolutely.
this.
Let's just stick
Hi
with that.
guys.
Hello, everyone.
No, no, but you talk normally. I'll just talk with my
Oh,
low
okay.
tone.
You talk with the low one.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll talk like this. Hi
yeah.
guys.
Good. I like it. Elizabeth says hello. Nora says shared. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you,
April
Norma.
says hi, hi. Hi, hi, April. Kyle says, may I say, Moon, you're one sexy beast. You're right. And thank you, sir. And D, very cute looking.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that was really nice. Colette from England is here. Hello, Colette. Thank you for setting your alarm and waking up just to listen to Box Talk. Hello, hello. We love you.
We
Um,
love you.
Jacob says, first time watching. What you guys all about? Well, I have long hair. D. I'm trying to point to you.
You know what
Where's
though?
makeup?
You know what? I will admit I deserve that. Remember when I upset you
Yeah,
that one
yeah. I
time?
was thinking back to that situation actually. I was going to bring that up here in a few minutes, but you're right.
Fine, no, go ahead, go bring it up. Let them know
Yeah,
why I
she did the
deserve
same
that.
thing to me. We've always talked about trying to keep our hair long for the show and all these different things. I'm like, you're not cutting your hair. She's like, yeah, I'm going to. And then she's always threatening me she's going to dye it some color or do something. I'm like, you're not going to do it. Moon owns D. So it's like this whole thing we go back and forth. So one time I was at a conference and like out of nowhere, she sends me this picture with her hair all tucked up. She's like, I did it. I cut it. I was like, whoa! I
He
went
was so
crazy.
mad.
It was terrible. I
I,
went
ru-
nuts. I
I
went
think I
nuts.
ruined your time at the conference because you didn't allow
Oh,
me to
I was
tell you I
so
was
mad. I
kidding.
was so
He
mad.
wouldn't answer like my messages, and I was trying to tell him
I'm
I'm
like, you've
joking, and
ruined the show. It's over. No, you've wrecked it.
he was so mad, guys, and he wouldn't respond. And then like later, like I think it was like an hour later, when you saw the message, you're like, "Oh, are you joking?" And then he didn't believe me. Send me a picture with your long hair. Like,
I was serious. I was like, you better send me a damn picture. Linda says you did do a great job with their hat thing. Thank you. So now here's what I did. I was at the Rockies game, the Colorado Rockies, who are number one in baseball right now, by the way. Go Rockies. So I was at the game the other day, and I got a hat, one of those fitted hats. But when you first get them, they're a little bit big before you wash them the first time. So I hadn't washed it yet, so it was just enough room to stuff my whole ponytail up into, and it looked like I had short hair. So I was like, yes, I gotta do it. So I did it. It was fun.
I deserve that though because I remember I ruined your day that
You
time.
did ruin my day. Okay, really quickly because I want to answer this question because people might take me seriously when I say that. Okay, so the show, what's it all about? We are a paranormal slash psychic show. We do readings. We talk about different subjects. The listeners, which are box talkers, are awesome, awesome people who are here. They are always the guest on the show. So you guys are the guests on the show.
Hmm.
We try to be the quote unquote experts and answer questions or do readings for you guys. But really, when it comes down to it, you guys run the show. And yeah, we kind of let the lunatics run the asylum, as they say. So we love our box talkers. You guys are absolutely awesome. We try to
You guys
answer.
are awesome.
Yeah, we try to answer your questions. We try to be interactive, and yeah, that's kind of what the show's all about. It's a little bit different than anything you're going to see out there. We usually don't just bring a guest on and kind of do the interview. Sometimes we do, but Box Talk News
That's
is
rare.
yeah, Box Talk News Wednesdays is kind of a total free for all. Thursday nights we usually have a little bit more structure, so that's kind of what that's all about. So
But we're doing something different this Thursday. We decided we're not going to have structure this Thursday. Remember?
what are we doing?
Well, because I told you, are we going to have a topic, and you said no.
Okay, let's go with that.
You told me no topic, so I didn't make one.
Okay, no topic. It's free for all Thursday, guys. That's what we're going to call it. Free for all Thursday. So just tune in and enjoy. Hey, Chrissy, hope you're doing good. She says, hi, Moonie Dee. Hope everything is getting better for you, hon. I know that you're going through some rough stuff, and everybody, if you can, please send some goodwill and prayers to Chrissy. We always appreciate that, guys. She's just having a little bit of a tough time right now, so if you guys would help out. Let's see. Oh, Elizabeth. I was talking to Elizabeth earlier today on private messenger, and she said if I'm ever up in Vermont, I need to come do a private investigation for her, which I was like, cool. Yeah, I'd love to do that. So I'm like,
Hmm.
I'm going to be in Vermont speaking at a Catholic school, Catholic college in October, and she's like, oh, well, I'm 2 hours north of there, and I was like, when I come to Canada, I'll let you know. So it was one of those kind of things, but yeah. Oh, Colette hasn't been to sleep yet. She's in England. She hasn't been to sleep yet, and she only does that on Thursdays. So she's staying up for us. We appreciate it. Okay,
Ah,
guys, if we miss your question or I miss your comment, please put it back in because I get really far behind. I comment and ramble, guys. Really quickly before we get started tonight, like really, really get started tonight, if you would do us a favor, and as I always ask, please, please, please share this video to your timeline and maybe make a little note up on top and say, hey, check out these crazy people, the psychic who has long hair and this other chick who's a psychic counselor that's got long hair, and they are pretty cool and stuff, I guess. So come hang out with us, and
and stuff.
it'll be fun. We'll have a good time. So
Hmm.
anyways, okay, and I know Dee is still fuming over there. She's like,
I'm not. I'm good. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm actually relieved. I'm so happy, but I'm at the same time. I'm like, oh, I deserve that because I remember how I remember because even afterwards, when you were like, okay, and then you're still mad. You were like, no, I'm not mad, but
I
ugh.
told you I was going to get you back. I told you.
I know.
Revenge is
So
best
that's why.
served cold. Oh, okay, I'm going to get into our first thing for tonight. Okay, Jenny says, awesome. I have something weighing very heavy on my heart. Last words I heard my mother say to me broke my heart. She passed away before ever making amends. Would love to have some peace if you're doing any readings. Would love to know if she has a message for me. Okay, Jenny, I'm just looking at your picture here, trying to kind of hone in on the energy. Yeah. Okay. So here's the situation. She actually crossed very quickly. She was not stuck in the middle ground for any amount of time, so she moved over very fast. You did a lot of talking to her out loud internally. She heard everything that you had to say. I know that there were some issues between the two, some very serious problems that happened, but there's complete forgiveness. She is with an older female as well as a younger male who's there with her right now, and it's like she's blowing kisses. It's like she's saying everything is okay. So I'm supposed to relay that message to you that everything has changed, everything is okay.
And when you hear that, when you hear him say that to you, that giving you those messages, take that in and really internalize it, because it's for a reason. You needed to hear that message, because if he's telling you that there's a lot of forgiveness, you were probably carrying that around, and guilt and whatnot, and just release that, let it go. Don't worry about that, because there's no resentment or anything there.
Absolutely. Thank you. Okay, Chrissy is asking when you're bringing the box back, Mooney. You know what? We'll do ghost box readings tomorrow. I'll bring out the box since it's
There you go.
free
There's the
for all
topic.
Thursday. So we're gonna have the box out. We're gonna do whatever it takes. We're just actually gonna figure this out. So, yeah. Let's see here. Hey, Cora, good to see you. Elizabeth says, I'm actually still in Vermont. You have to go through my town to get to Canada. Anyway, I've been thinking about my grandpa a lot lately. Is he happy with the choices and proud of me? Now, Elizabeth, I'll tell you this a little bit earlier since we were communicating back and forth. I was definitely getting some messages, not just from him, but I believe it's a grandmother as well. And they are trying to get a message through to you. And I think there's a little bit of frustration with that. There's also a lot of traffic in the place that you're living right now, so the messages are getting confused. It's almost like there's different radio waves going through the place, and they're not able to get everything through. So keep your ears open, because I do feel like they're trying to pass along something through a dream.
Hmm. Interesting. And why do you think they're trying to pass it along through a dream? Do you think she's going to be one of those that's how she gets her messages the best?
Well, a lot of times when spirits want to just relay messages directly that way, they have imagery that they want to show.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes when you get the validation, like if I'm telling you something, it's the difference between me giving you a reading right now versus the ghost
Mm-hmm.
box. So it's me telling you these things, so you have to kind of imagine them passing that message along to
Mm-hmm.
you through me. When you hear the ghost box brings through their actual voice. So that's more of a reality that you're hearing them say those types of things. The next level of that is through the dream, because you're not only able to hear it, you
Mm-hmm.
see it, you experience it, you smell, you touch. It's very very cerebral.
Mm.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Sorry, I'm reading away here, guys. And again,
Go ahead.
if we miss your questions, if we skip past you, don't worry about it. Just put them back in here. We'll get to you as quickly as we possibly can, and
Um,
we'll go from there.
do you have one? Well, Madeline Waisman, she says, sure hope. Well, yeah, we know that you are answering questions. She's like, I hope Mooney's answering questions tonight. I've been going crazy all day. Last night I asked for guidance, and I woke up with an image of a circuit board with magnets all lined up. Can you tell me what it means? Hmm.
Okay. When I hear about a circuit board with magnets lined up, you're looking at magnetism erasing the message that would be on that circuit board. It would actually pull the information
Mm-hmm.
and disrupt it. So what it tells me is there's a blocking communication that's going on with you. Um, if you're ever in need of doing a private one-on-one ghost box session, reach out to me. I'm happy to do that for you. But I do feel like, again, someone's trying to get a message through to you, much like we were just talking about a second ago, and you're not getting that message. It's just not getting through. So when I see the circuit board, when I see the magnets, it means that that message is being erased before it can ever be relayed to you.
And that's how they're trying to tell her, hey, you're not getting this message.
Yes, correct.
Makes sense.
Christina says, Mooney, do I have any messages from my grandparents, Evelyn and John? Okay, this sounds very generic, but the one thing that I'm getting mainly from him is pride, proud. Sees where you were, sees where you are now, is very proud. There's also a level of forgiveness, but I want to specify when I say forgiveness. Um, I think that there were some misunderstandings towards the end, and I think that he wants to just let you know that everything is past. It's good. You're good to go.
Awesome. And I have another one here. Hold on, I lost it.
Hey, Ron. Just saying hi to Ron.
Oh wait, was it from Cora? Wait, did you read Cora's already?
Cora says, Moon, do you think, or oops,
Yeah, that's the one.
Moon, do you think or feel anything about me having my left leg looked at?
Yeah, that's the one that she put
Okay,
in the.
Cora, when I'm seeing that, I'm getting something with the veins, with circulation. Um, yeah, I see like not a blockage, but almost like a narrowing. I think there's going to be something they're going to tell you about a circulation issue that's happening and it's causing some pain for you. But I don't see it as extreme. Sorry, I wanted to put that out there. I don't see it as anything serious.
Oh.
Okay, Timothy says, we know where you're from. Conessus, New York. We know Tim. Thanks. How many spirits are around me, and who are they? Oh, Tim, you've always have so much going on because it's not just you, and you're always out investigating, so you're always bringing spirits in with you.
Did I put it wrong? Oops, I put it wrong. Sorry, guys. Sorry, not you. I put the
Oh,
link in and I put it
it's
in
okay.
wrong.
Timothy, right now, just looking at the energies that are around you, it looks like there's three or four. They keep moving. 3 to 4 spirits that are around you right now, and I don't feel that they're related to you. I feel like they're kind of hitchhikers from investigations that you've done. You've reached out to them before. Okay, Crystal. Hi, Crystal. Can you tell me what my boyfriend just lost? I think this might be mistyped. Can you tell me what my boyfriend just lost his daughter in April in a bad car accident? Was wondering if she had any messages, and also was wondering if you had a boyfriend or going to get better because right now he's pulling away from me and it scares me. See, you think Whitney can assure me that he won't go anywhere? Hey, Crystal, do me a favor and retype that. I just don't want to misconstrue what you had to say. Just retype that for me. Keep sending it back in. I just don't want to mess that one up. I think that the message is a little twisted in there. Peggy says, "Is my mom okay with me making my brother letting me take care of her remains? He left her in the hospital morgue for a month. Thanks. Okay with me taking my brother letting take care of her." Again, I'm confused by that one. I apologize, guys. If you could just retype that one for me one more time, I want to make sure I have it right. Maureen is in here. Hi, Maureen. Maureen says, Mooney, someone disconnected my calls with Nitro 3 times last week, so we turned on the ghost box. It was my dad's son wanting to tell him hello. What he that he was with him and that he missed him after my calls still stay connected. Well, that's awesome. That's very, very cool.
Wow.
That's a really nice validation. Um,
Yeah.
let's see here. Let me jump in. Sarah says Moonie Dee is the guy I'm currently with, the one for me. I've been thinking about this and just need guidance. I'm in Wichita, Kansas. Sarah Rochelle
Probably
Kloski.
was something
What do you get on that, Dee?
Mm. I was looking at a picture. I don't feel that it's like wrong, that the relationship's wrong. I feel like it's going to take a lot of work.
Yeah, me too. I think I don't see this
And
as a,
yeah, I don't think like he's a bad guy. I just think the relationship itself, like them together, it's going to take a lot of work. I don't know if you agree with me on that.
well, I do. I can't say that this is, and I'm not trying to tell you one way or the other. I don't see this as a permanent situation from my side, but you never know. I mean, it could be. I think that it's a good situation for both of you right now. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, and then with that, like you can always make it better. I mean, there's things you can do. If you know that it's going to be something that's going to take a lot of work, then put the work into it. If you're asking the question, it's obvious that it means something to you, that it matters to you. So then you're going to have to be willing to put in the work. And by that, I mean equally. Be there equally for each other. You listen to him when he's got something, and don't get upset, and vice versa. He's got to do that for you as well. It's got to be the same. So as long as y'all are willing to put in the work equally, it should be okay.
Yeah, well said. Um, Carrie says, "Can you tell me if my father, who's passed, is watching over my boys, and what does he think of them?" Carrie. And I'm looking at a picture of your boys right now. Um, he's definitely over. He's definitely crossed through the light. He is on the other side for sure. I don't see any long period in the middle ground. I think he crossed very quickly. I think he actively interacts with your kids, and I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I think that he's actually there. They see him and they interact with him on a regular basis. So What does he think of that? I think he thinks that they're amazing because he feels very much involved, even though he's not on a physical plane right now.
Yeah, and I think the reason why it's on your mind is because you know he's around, because you felt him, and you just need that validation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well said again, Dee, with the long hair.
Thank you.
Uh,
See, the magic is in the long
the
hair.
magic's in the hair. Brian Bryn says, just like to know if I'm open to spirit into the spirit world. I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, and I want to know so I don't feel crazy. Yeah, Brian, believe me, I always say this. You know, people first thing they always say to me is, "You're going to think I'm crazy," but and that's the last thing that I think. I think when you experience so many different things, you're more open at that point. I definitely do see you having ability. Clear visual more than anything else, which means that you're able to see spirit more so than hear or
Hmm.
touch or even have emotion of spirit. But I think that you see things more than other people do, and I do see that as a gift and ability that you've been given.
Hmm. Yeah, and I was gonna say, everybody's born with a certain level of ability, but there's just people that develop it more than others. So I think that he's been, like you said, he's been experiencing things, so it's developing. And I
Absolutely.
agree with you. I agree with you. I think it's visual.
Cool. Glad we're on the same page. We're not arguing tonight. That's good.
Yeah,
Um,
because your hair's long.
oh, as long as my hair is long, we're good, guys.
Yeah.
Just so you know, everything's cool. Colette from England says, "Is my dad around me, Chris or D? He has passed on Father's Day 30 years ago. Thanks, Chris or D." Yeah, Colette. I think he's with you
Hmm.
all the time, and even in the video that you showed me in the pictures in your flat, I see that energy, and every single time I think family. I know you've got some wanderers and some different people who are kind of associated with the property, but I also believe that your family is very close to you, and that has to do also with your psychic abilities. I think that they're there to help you with that.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I sense that he's definitely around you, for sure. Always.
Yes. Our buddy Alan says, the other night when we talked, I told you about my research in classified apparitions as luminous. I have also talked with Dee about this as well. Do you and the listeners feel this is a viable theory in paranormal research, and should I pursue it?
Yes.
Well, there you go. She answered your question. There it is. There it is. And again, guys, I apologize if we do miss your question. Please just keep typing it back in until we answer it, and hopefully we will get to your question tonight.
But, Alan, you know that a lot of people are not going to understand it. So it's going to take a long time to get the information correctly out there.
Okay. Ashley Ashley says, "Hey Mooney and Dee, could one of you please tell me what career field I'm supposed to be in? I am feeling pretty stuck at the moment in my life and would love some guidance. Thanks. Hugs and kisses." Um, Ashley
Ashley, what?
Ashley Hans, Hans.
I was trying to see if it was the one I was seeing here. Because I'm in your chat room.
Get out of my chat room. Okay.
No, go on, sorry.
Okay. Um, Ashley, with you, I don't know if you are doing anything with the arts right now, but I feel like you should be doing something creative. I don't have total specifics for you, and I don't want to send you in the wrong direction, but I do see creativity. When I look at your picture, I do see artistic arts, um, maybe even teaching in the arts. I'm not sure.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just gonna go with what you said on that because I was doing other stuff and I didn't get anything on that on her question. So
Okay. Peggy did retype her question. I just wanted to read it really quickly. My brother left our mom in the hospital morgue for a month as he had power of attorney. I was angry, and he felt let to let me take care of her remains. Is it okay, please? And thank you from Florida. Yes, Peggy. Okay, I thought that that's where you were going with this. I just didn't want to misinterpret it. First off, just my personal opinion, how disrespectful to leave her there for a month. I think that's a terrible thing. Know that she was not there, that she had already moved past that point and she was okay. It's just the respect of a family member doing the right thing for another family member. Yes, she's completely okay with what you did with the situation, but realize to her, the physical body means absolutely nothing once you cross, so that's not an issue for her whatsoever. But I do understand why you would ask that question.
hmm
And the feeling she has with you, the tie that she has with you, is a very I don't want to say it's sad, but it's very emotional. It's very I feel like she feels like she let you down by leaving, and I would encourage you to speak out to her and see if you can communicate with her and let her know that it's okay, and release her. Let her know that it's okay to move on.
Okay. I see an important question, and I know it's your chat room, but I want to read it, and I want you to see. I want to see what you get on this. This is from Nora Cortez, and she says, "Hey Moonie and Dee, I'm from Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. My mom wanted me to ask y'all, could y'all see if she's able to save her mortgage because she's gonna have to talk to the bank and see about her payments. They said they could help me. Is that true?"
Yes, but here's the thing, Nori. You're going to have to allow them to be creative. You're not going to feel comfortable with what they talk about in that situation. Um, this is hard because the thing that they're going to put out there is going to scare you to death, but I need you to trust them
Mm.
in this one. I know it sounds terrible, but you're going to have to put your trust in them because I feel like they really are trying to look out for you, believe it or not.
And because the first thing they want, they don't want it to go to they don't want it to be a loss, so they are going to try to help you at first. But the thing is, when they put the plan out to you, you have to follow that plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to follow that plan.
Uncomfortable, not a good feeling, but it's going to be okay.
And
So,
it's going to feel like it's not going to work out. Just stick with it. And if it, and just always remember, if things don't go the way you thought they should have, they happen for a reason.
yes, totally agreed. Okay, Chrissy is here, and I want to address this because this has to do with her situation right now. Guys, please send a lot of love to Chrissy Hazard. She's going through some tough stuff right now, and we always try to support our box talkers, the people that are going through the hard times. We always want to be there for them. And, if anything, just give them the most emotional support and spiritual support that we can. So please send a lot of love to Chrissy. Um, Chrissy says, Mooney, will I always have my grandson? I'm worried sick if I ever need to let him go back to his parents. Chrissy, here's the situation that I'm feeling, and I felt this for a while since we first started talking. I feel like you are going to be the primary caregiver, however you want to look at that. He's going to look at to you as grandma and mom from here on out. I do feel that your daughter is going to make a play to get him back in the future, but unfortunately, she's not going to be stable enough to do that. So I don't want you to go into that situation with any worry or upset because I feel like as long as you're honest, and I know you are, and you do the right thing, he's going to stay with you. And I think that's very important for his upbringing and development.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, it's true. There's a question coming in from the Mixer chat room,
Okay.
and it's from where did it go? Okay, Mixer. David says, "Will me and my mom ever have a normal relationship?"
Not getting a good feeling about it. I'm not getting a specific message, but when you said that, I felt almost like shivery inside, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
It just feels very,
Makes a lot of sense.
yeah, it feels very cold. It feels very separated, and I don't think things are going to change anytime soon, if ever. I'm
Hmm.
sorry, guys. I love to give good messages, but I'm just not feeling good
No,
about
but you
that
have to
one.
be honest also.
Yeah, I just want to. Yeah, sorry. I'm not feeling good about that one. So, and if you need to talk about that, Dee is absolutely awesome with those kind of things. So please feel free to reach out to her. Um, Wanted to grab Michelle's question. Says, "Hi guys from Australia again." Hi Michelle. Boy, we've got. I love I love all our listeners, but it's so cool that we have people like listening to us in Australia in the morning.
I
That's
know.
like the geeky side of me. I'm like, how cool is that? So thank you, thank you, thank you. She says, "Hi guys from Australia again. My autistic son and I are back down to NSW again to Backfellow's hands again, which I told you about last time. Does my great grandmother, whom I had the connection through it all, have any messages for us? As I've been feeling a great connection with peace lately, especially when we get there to the waterfall."
That's the message.
Yeah, I think that's the message is that land is spiritual. It's peaceful.
Hmm.
I feel like she imprinted such positive energy from her past into that she wants you to experience it, and she wants you
Hmm.
to know that that's a place of solitude. And I also feel like in your son's situation, he'll be able to communicate more effectively there. If you
And
get,
that's the sense of peace.
oh, I think we lost D. D, D, are you there? D, D.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm here.
sorry,
I'm here.
something flipped out.
You didn't hear? You didn't hear what I said?
No, you said that's the sense of B. That's just sound like
I said, and that's a sense of peace that you're getting from there, from that place. Is that's why you get that. I think it's like that's the message from her that's a place for you to be able to go. Like when tensions are high, or when that's a place for you. Like when we were saying, the place of solitude and whatnot, and same thing for your son.
Agreed. Crystal clarified her question that I asked her too. She said, "My boyfriend lost his daughter. My mom wanted me to ask you. Bad car accident, April 4th. Name was Whitney. So is Whitney okay? I guess is the question." Oof. I do have a sense of confusion. I do have a sense of a little bit of a snag, just because of how
I got
things.
dizzy reading that one.
Yeah, things went so fast and it wasn't expected at all. There was just no warning on this one. But I do feel that she's over, and I do feel she's adjusting right now. So hopefully that helps.
Mm.
Uh,
He's gonna need a lot of support, her
yeah.
boyfriend. A lot of support. And there's gonna be days where he's gonna be down, just down, and there's gonna be times where you're just gonna have to let him be down. I mean, it's always important to cheer somebody up and make them feel better, but sometimes we need to feel that, and sometimes you need to feel because that's a way to cleanse yourself, your soul, your body of that, and you just need to release it. And how do you release it? By having a good cry and just letting it all out. Sometimes people say, "Oh no," and it's good to be positive, but sometimes you need a day of just you need to feel that sadness and release it,
It's
and
like a
that's
cleansing. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah.
Totally agree with you. Hey, our buddy Alan says long hair is balance. The longer your hair is, the more balance you have in the spiritual world. I got a lot of balance, guys. Got a lot of balance.
Me too. Look at how long my hair is.
That's awesome, Alan. Thank you. I love that. Marcy says, Moonie and Dee are my guides trying to tell me something. Marcy, with you, it's always the same thing. It's always about patience. You really need to work on letting things come to you. It's good to push forward, and believe me, Dee and I are both Aries. We have that kind of strong fire sign where we just want it to happen now. But unfortunately,
Yes.
life doesn't work that way. But in your case, one of the lessons that we've had to learn is kind of sitting back and going, okay, I'll wait for it. I'll wait for it to happen when it's the right time.
Hmm.
So, Marcy,
And
it
it's
is.
frustrating sometimes.
Oh, yeah, me too. Okay. And again, guys, please keep typing in your messages. If we miss them, we will attempt to get back to everybody here.
But I think also they also want to let her know that she's a little closer to where they want her to be.
Yes.
I don't know if
Oh,
you.
I do agree with you. James just wrote something really nice. Says, "Hi, Moon and D from Ohio. Don't need anything. Just thought I would write this and say thanks and
Oh,
hello." James is so
thank
awesome. Love
you.
you, buddy. Love you, buddy. James is an old friend of mine. Met him at Scarefest years ago. Let's see here. We've got Jenny Dibble says, "Are there any bad spirits in my house? It was built in 1863. Something was terrorizing our 2-year-old grandson last week at 3 a.m. when only me, him, and one of my daughters were awake in the kitchen.
Hmm.
Something only he could see. Never seen him so scared. In the past, we have all seen a black shadow person off and on, and a few of us have felt very something blowing in our face."
Hmm. Something definitely wants to get your attention. That's for sure.
hmm
Hmm.
I'm not getting anything negative, but I'm getting
Yeah,
something
me neither.
extremely determined. I believe it's a female spirit. I think you actually know who this might be. I think that they've tried to communicate with you before. Um, Virginia? Why am I getting the name Virginia? Virginia is coming to me. Not the state, the name,
Wow.
Virginia.
That's specific. I wonder. Hopefully they can type in if that means anything.
Jenny, let me know if you've ever had any kind of knowledge of the name of Virginia that's come to you, and maybe if so, if it's tied in with the house, I'd appreciate it.
Hmm.
Okay, let's see here. Marcy says, "Oh my God, I lost you in the middle of this." Marcy, patience, patience. Your guides want you to have patience. Patience,
Hmm.
Marcy. Marcy, patience. Patience, Marcy.
And they're happy with you because you're almost where they want you to be.
Yes. If Marcy asks again and we missed it, please let her know that I said patience from the guides, because I feel bad. She's asked like 100 times and I've tried to get her the message. Let's see here. Jaquan says, "Hi Mooney. Any advice from my mother-in-law for me and her daughter?" Ooh, boy, I'm getting to think about stability. Lacking stability right now, and she is trying to pass on messages of stability. She's trying to get you guys in order. I'm getting the impression that things are a little chaotic around both of you right now, and she wants to see the two of you come closer together to try to fight through this situation. Because the way she's showing it to me, it looks like you guys are kind of going in two different directions right now, and this has to do with finance. It has to do with stabilization. Um, like when I'm
And
seeing,
also the grieving, her daughter. I think she's having a very hard time with it. So you're gonna have to be there for her.
yes, 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 yes. Crystal says, "Sorry, I shouldn't be asking a lot of questions, but is there anyone around me, like a family member? I also am going through severe depression. Am I ever going to get over this?"
Mm.
Okay, I'm going to take the depression aspect of it. Crystal, I do think you're going to get over it right now. I don't know if you've been to the doctor and well, yeah, you have. Um, please just go do it this way. It's hard to put out medical advice. I'm not a doctor. I'm not trying to say I'm a doctor, but if you can go back to your primary provider and see if they can do another evaluation. I think it's important. I think things are out of whack. I feel like the medication's a little off right now, and I feel like with you, I really feel like some intense counseling would really help. Somebody to talk to, somebody to just vent, not somebody to judge you, but just open your mouth and vent.
I agree. I agree. You need somebody to talk to.
Definitely. Okay, April's mad. She says, "Okay, I'm only going to ask one more time." So that's her preface. Is the illness that I have been suffering with lupus? The waiting is driving me nuts. Can't see the rheumatologist till August. I just need some kind of an answer. Oh, this is usually your category here, D.
I I'm not getting lupus, but I'm getting something very similar, something that and but I don't know. I don't know. Are you getting lupus? Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm not sensing lupus. I do see a disorder, but I don't sense
Yeah,
lupus.
I do sense a disorder that behaves very similar to lupus.
Hmm.
So I would really, and it is very frustrating when you're getting tested for these types of uh disorders and whatnot, especially because they don't allow you to go on with your day, and you wake up and you can't get out of bed, and then when you do, you can't. I mean, just walking hurts, and I mean it the depression kicks in, everything. I mean, you're in pain, you're depressed, you're tired, you're fatigued, you just want to sleep, and people look at you, they think you're lazy, but you're not being lazy, but it's one of those hidden diseases because you look okay, but you're not okay. So then they try to tell you that it's all in your head. So just hang in there. And you're also going to need somebody to talk to. You're going to need somebody that's going to listen to you, talk to, been there. Look, I've been there, done that. If you need to reach out to me, please. And I mean, I can, guys, I mean, if you ever feel stuck, just reach out to me. I mean, you can ask Moon. That's what I do. So, um, yeah.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Hey, Chrissy has a message for you. I'm not sure what this means, but I'm sure has to do with you because it has to do with last night. She says, "D, Crystal totally stuck out at me last night. So much someone kept coming to me, telling me to get Chelsea to message and find her. I'm glad she found you both."
Oh, okay. So, because she was saying crystal, was that the crystal from last night?
I think that's what she was getting at.
Oh, okay, awesome. There you go. Huh.
There you go. Awesome, awesome.
Yeah,
Pearly May, love her name,
me
says,
too.
"Hi, Moonie and Dee from Hamburg, New York. Who do I have for spirit guides around me tonight? And if there's any messages for me, can't wait to see you guys in the falls in July. Us either. We're excited about that."
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I'm reading. I opened up the mixer. You know, every time I open mixer, I gotta learn to like. I opened it. I was fine until I opened. It's because I've got questions coming in there too. Meredith Morrison. She says, "I've been talking to my guardian about overcoming fears, and he insists that I already know how to, but I feel like I don't. Any advice? I'm not sure where to go from here." You feel like you don't know how to because you're doubting yourself, and that's what's not allowing you to overcome that fear.
Yes.
Don't scare you. Always scare me when you stay quiet. I'm like, was I wrong?
No, I just thought that you were going to keep going, but yeah, totally. That's exactly what I would say too. Yeah.
Okay.
Alan says, "Have her pull the abstract from her home and look for any owners called Virginia." Back to our other reading. So
Mm.
yeah, if we could check out and see if there's a Virginia, that'd be absolutely awesome. Let's see here. I'm just trying to make sure that I get everybody in here because I know sometimes I'll read
I've
10
got I've got
questions.
another one.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Tina Stanley Anderson says, D and Mooney, please help. Will I get notification of my Social Security soon? And am I wasting my time with Jim?
I feel like we answered this one before. Um, yeah, I feel like we already answered this. Yes, on the Social Security, that is coming soon. But
It,
as
it'll take some time.
wash pot never boils, right? So that's really
Mhm.
important. You got to remember that one. So just you got to let it happen, let it come to you. Jim, yes, we already agreed that Jim is not somebody you need to waste your time with.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
I'm going to read Lori's question. Lori says, "Hi, Moonie and Heidi. Lori from Ohio. I'm a first timer to your show and enjoyed very much. I just wanted to ask if you see anything for me." Why am I turning this over to you? I feel like this is yours, Dee.
I'm sorry, can you read that again?
Lori says, "Hi, Moonie and Dee. Lori from Ohio. I'm a first timer to your show and enjoying it very much. Just
Mhm.
wanted to ask to see if you have anything for me. I just feel like this is for you."
Lori from Ohio. Anything for her? Whew, it's kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of a random message, but I feel like you might.
I'm looking for the picture because I'm like you. I got to see the picture. If it's just like a basic question like that, like anything for me, I got to
Yeah.
connect by looking at her picture, and I can't find her picture. Hold on, we'll come back to that one when I see the picture.
Okay.
What was the full name?
Let's see here. It is Lori Coleman.
Okay.
Let's see here. Patricia says, "How is my husband's health? Will we be married for 45 years and I don't want to lose him. I know my health is not great." Patricia, I actually get that things are better than you really think right now. I think that focusing in on the negative aspect of the health is going to actually speed things along. So if you have the ability, if you could kind of pull back from that worry, from all that, you're going to see things really improve for both of you. Try to live in the day, live in the moment, as hard as that is sometimes, because I think the more you just enjoy each moment, things will be good. But if you look towards how your health is going to affect you, I think that it could speed up a process you don't want to speed up.
Oh, okay. I found it. Sorry.
Real quick, Marcy says, "I'm taking you guys on a car ride with me right now." I love it, guys.
Awesome.
It's so awesome because you guys will like write us up and be like, "I'm sitting at my kid's basketball game listening to you," and everybody wonders why I'm laughing hysterically. Or, I'm driving in the car and watching. I shouldn't be doing that. That kind of thing. It's just funny. So thank you guys for making us
I'm
a
loving
part.
that so much.
Yeah, we just, it's so awesome that you make us a part of your Wednesday and Thursday night. We really appreciate it. And we do, I always say this, Dee always says this, we truly, truly love you guys very much. And you're all our friends, and we just, we feel like you're our family. So thank you for tuning in, and thank you for sharing, and thank you for being a part of this and taking your time to come hang out with us.
Moon. Okay, I was reading the question that you said was that you wanted to hand it over for me, Lori Coleman from Ohio,
Hmm.
and I don't know. The first thing I got when I read that was I got the sense that like when somebody's searching, seeking, looking, find like, do you think that could mean that she's recently been trying to like the people that are trying to open themselves up and do connect and search for that more out there? Would you agree with me on
I
that?
think you hit the nail on the head when you said that she's out there looking for more. Is this it? Is this everything that there is? I feel like that her outlook right now is very flat. Um, is this all that I'm going to ever experience? Sometimes when we do that, we actually block ourselves from future experiences. So, one thing that I would suggest, and this is just me, is to, start opening yourself up to new things, and you'd be surprised at some of the things that'll come to you.
And yeah, and so I feel that she's been, trying to search for something like you said, something new, something is that all? But I feel like there are no accidents, there are no coincidences, and that's why she came in. She's a first time listener, and I think she's going to get a lot from that,
Yeah.
knowing I think she was pushed this way,
Yeah.
maybe by her guides or something.
And how many times have we had people that are first time listeners that come to our show and now they're long time listeners, and they're like, "I don't know what brought me to you, but I'm so glad I'm here."
I feel
Not
like she's been needing something, whether it's
Yeah.
healing, whether it's
And
that's that searching.
it's not specifically from us guys. It's not specifically from Moonie and Dee. That a lot of the times, our listeners, our box talkers, will find each other and kind of go on this whole new
It's a big
friendship
family,
path.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's really cool. Everybody helps each other out. This is a big family. Our hashtag here is "No Darkness Allowed." It's all about love. So we're
Hmm.
trying to spread the love. Um,
That's right.
Ginger Kroll here, and she says, hey, "Hi, Mooney and Dee. My husband was hurt at work 2 years ago, and he's had two back surgeries since. He is still not better or able to return to work. Can you see any changes coming for us?" Oh, yeah,
Oh.
I don't see good things happening with the back situation. I don't think he's going to
Mm-mm.
be going back to that same situation. But if you guys put your heads together, I think you're going to find something that you have a mutual shared interest in, and I think that that's really going to build up as a career for both of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see. I agree with you. I don't see that the back situation. I feel like the back situation is gonna because of that, they're going to have to do things a different way now. And they can get through it, but it's going to have to be something totally different.
It is going to be a little bit different.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, let me see here. And again, guys, if we miss your question, type it back in. We promise we will try to get to you.
Hi, Rigoberto. He says, Hola, Dee.
All right. April, we just did a little quick reading for her, says she could really use some love. Guys, please send April good thoughts and love. The sickness that she's going through right now obviously has taken a huge toll on her, and just the positive thought can really help, guys. And if anybody wants to reach out to April and maybe be an ear for her, I'm sure she would appreciate that. So, yeah, let's give it a shot. Um, Lori says, "You guys rock, D. You're awesome, Moonie. Thank you. You nailed it." Hey, there you go. That's Lori.
Oh, really?
Look
The
at
one
you.
that you said,
Yeah, young
yay,
Padawan, you're doing great. Yay.
yay. Moon, see?
I don't know why you always say "see" to me. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm telling you. Trust me. I know how this works.
So no, what I'm
You
saying, I'm saying see to me, to myself, like see, like I need to, because you always tell me, no, don't doubt yourself, you're doing good, and there I
oh,
am with my self-doubt.
open your mouth, let it come out. That's all you can do. Um, yeah, awesome. Rebecca says, April, just from my experience, maybe you should turn to your doctor, run some genetic tests to see what markers you have. That has helped tremendously with diagnosis for myself. See, that's our box talkers. They're
There
in
you
there.
go.
They're trying to help out. They're trying to give advice. That's so awesome. Thank you for doing that, Patricia. Um, let's see here.
I have one from PoFan, that's Lupita in the Mixer chat room. She says, "Is the person I'm thinking about right now sorry in the least for being such a bastard?"
No,
Yeah.
it's a game. Um, I see when I see the individual you're talking about, it's masks, pulling different masks to for each situation, and that's all this is right now. It's just another mask.
Hmm.
Hope
Yeah. No,
hope that helps.
it does. It does. I mean, I'm answering for her, but I know what you said is right on.
Sorry. Again, I hate it when I can't give good news. I hate it when I can't be like, oh, life is great, and I see great things for you. Everything is wonderful. But I have to be honest with you guys. We have to. Okay, Angel says, Hi, Mooney and Dee. In the last 12 years, I've had a lot of loss, stress, and negativity, culminating with the loss of my um, son 2 years ago. Damn it. Will there anything positive in my future? Boy, Angel, yeah, I feel like this lifetime for you is a huge lesson in just what you were talking about, a huge lesson in loss, and how to grip with it and how people react to it from your reactions. I don't even know if that makes sense. I do see things turning for you within the next less than a year. It's less than a year. I do see things changing. The reward aspect of your lifetime is coming. So if you can just hang in there, I know it's really hard with everything you've had going on,
Yeah.
but if you can hang in there, I really do see some really positive, good things coming for you before you make your transition.
And it will take a while, but the key there is just hang in there. And if you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. Don't because one thing, and it's true, and I'm not saying, because I know a minute ago I said sometimes when you just need to let yourself feel that depression and just cry it out. But once you do that for yourself, you got to make yourself a promise. It's okay, I'm releasing it, and now
Right.
I'm going to have a different outlook.
Yeah.
So yeah, try to do that, because, and it's true, and Moon and I have talked about this. Sometimes when you let, I mean, we're all human. When you let that depression or that, I don't want to say negativity, but that down feeling sort of take over, and it starts to uh, govern the way you do things or the way you think, you start to create a different reality, and things start going. So, let yourself cleanse it, let yourself have a good cry, let it all out, and then promise yourself that you're going to think a different way, or you're going to have a different outlook on everything, and just hang in there.
Yep. And it's funny because Ashley says, "LOL, I love when Mooney answers D with okay, no feedback or anything." Uh, and let me just explain why I do that, guys. It's
Yeah,
it's
Moon.
it's because when sometimes you'll notice, like, I can ramble on, I can give you guys answers left and right about things that I'm getting, not getting, whatever the case might be. But sometimes I want D to get those questions and be able to answer them, and I want to see if we're on the same track. And if we're on the same track, I'm not even going to add to it. I'm just going to go, great, cool, move past it. Because for her, and I know this sounds cheesy, but really it's a lesson. I'm trying to get her to trust herself, to trust her answers, to trust her emotions, and I want her to remember. Um, giving the answer, and I want her to remember the reaction she gets, the feeling she gets right afterwards. And then if somebody comes back in the chat room and says, "You were right on, D," that's just the culmination. That brings it all together. So that's kind of where I come out. But if I
Oh, well, you
disagree,
really have helped me out a lot.
I've tried. But
No, you really have.
well, thank you. Um, but if I do disagree with Dee, if I don't think that's right, I will jump in. As Dee knows, I'll be like, I am not quite
And
getting
I've
that.
already learned. I've already learned from Moon. Like if I'm not, I'm just say I don't know, Moon. You take it because you can't say well I think no if you're not or if it's mixed up in my head I'm like I'm not sure.
Yeah, and that's the main thing, guys. There's a lot of responsibility in what we do. I know a lot of people think with psychic it's woo woo and whatever. That's your opinion. It's fine, but sometimes people really the things you say carry a lot of gravity, so you don't
Hmm.
want to, if you're not getting a message, if you're not getting something to relay accurately, just don't say anything at all. I mean, you can really hurt somebody if you're just trying to do the old Sylvia Brown trick with the finger and the thing, just yeah, sure, yeah, great, wonderful, because all that's going to do is hurt your client, hurt the person that you're talking to, and cause just irreparable damage down the line. So I'd rather say nothing and just let it go than tell you something that I'm not really feeling. That's just me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, our rant there for a minute.
Okay. No, I'm pulling the Moon.
Yeah. Yeah. No, okay, good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
I like what you've done there.
Mhm.
Barbie, I like that name. Barbie
Ooh, Barbie.
says, "Hi, Moonie and Dee from Ontario, Canada." I'm just saying it like literally, like how she said it. I've been getting random smells of perfume in the living room the last couple of days. Is someone visiting me, and whom would it be?
Somebody's
Okay,
visiting you. Yes.
yes, absolutely. But here's the thing, guys. This gives me a little teaching opportunity for paranormal investigators, right? Because I talk about this in my 101 class. So, the longest lasting sense that we have and the strongest sense that we have is the sense of smell, right?
Hmm.
So, the first way that spirits will usually reach out to you if they're trying to communicate with you is through smell.
Hmm.
It can be perfume, cookies, something that's very familiar to you that makes you think specifically about that person because immediately when you start thinking about that person, it's much easier for them to communicate. So that's something very normal. There's the negative side of it too, where you're dealing with negative energies and you get those nasty smells that come in and you go, oh, I'm dealing with something bad. But the majority of the time, that's what's happening is the spirits are attempting to connect with you. Barbie, if you can answer anywhere in the chat room, hopefully we'll catch it. If it's a perfume that you recognize, that would be great. I am actually getting something that has to do with, and I know this sounds absolutely friggin' bizarre, great aunt, great aunt. I don't know
Mm.
why that's hitting me. A great aunt is trying to communicate something to you.
Hmm. Okay.
Oh, you did a me. Okay.
I did a you.
Alrighty then. Katie says, "Hi, Mooney and D. Will good guy? I think it's Will a good guy, not good guy. Will a good guy? No, I'm sorry. The good guy will not come. No, but will a good guy come into my life? I haven't dated in 6 years. Katie, you need to get back out there. I'll tell you that right now because, and I'm not just saying this. The world is missing out. You're who you are. I can feel your energy. Um, you need to be out there. And I think that there are some great people available for you, but you really got to make yourself available to them.
Okay.
Okay, she's just going to do a moon all night.
No, I'm not. I'm done. I'm done. Yeah. Let's continue.
I don't need your validation, D. Sorry, guys, we're kind of goofy. Um, Anyway,
Oh
guys.
God.
Oh, so I always have to do my little sales pitch right here. I have to tell you guys, please, please, please share the video to your timeline if you're having fun with us tonight. Tell people to tune in. They can become part of the family and hang out with us too. We're here every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern and
Share the video.
Thursday 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So we're 2 days in a row, 7:30, 9:30 Eastern, and yeah, and tell people about it and share it, and they'll become part of the family too. And we can spread the love. That's what we like to do. Hey, we've got a couple of quick. I wanted to mention a couple of events that we're doing real fast. Is that okay?
Oh yes, 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 yes. Of
Okay.
course, of course.
Okay, so July, guys, anybody around Western New York, okay? Any of you who are in Western New York, I need you to pay attention, please, because we have a Ghost Hunter University, one of my Ghost Hunter University events that I put on, coming up at the Hinsdale House, which is being labeled now as the new Amityville. Failed exorcism took place there. You guys will learn all about it, but we're doing an event there extremely low cost. It's very affordable. It's only $40 to go. Dee is going to be there. Miss Dee will be there. Mama Moon has just become a brand new addition to things.
Yay!
So the three of us are going to be out there kicking butt, taking names at this thing. It's going to be a class. I haven't decided which one yet. I'm going to do a really cool class for you guys there. And then we're also going to be doing a full ghost hunt investigation of the property. Do not miss this event for $40. I can't ever say if it's going to happen again. So please get your tickets for that right away.
I'm glad your mom's going.
Me too. I think it's going to be awesome.
I'm glad she's going because now I'll have somebody to be able to watch me and catch me if I'm falling.
That's true. Dee is very clumsy, guys. Very clumsy.
Oh, you and your mom learned that.
Yeah, she's very clumsy. So come out, hang out with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. For those of our friends who are in the Iowa and Nebraska area, amazing, amazing, amazing event coming up at the Stagecoach Inn. And that is going to be happening on the 21st and 22nd. So the following week, we're going to be there. We're going to be there, and it's going to be so cool. It's going to be so awesome. Virgin territory. Which brings up, Dee, can I talk about Ghost Box Chronicles?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
Hello.
Ghost Box Chronicles, guys. So if you don't know about it, this is the show. I guess my show or whatever. But it's me, my mom, the Ghost Box Chronicles team, Dee. It's a show.
My voice.
Yeah, Dee's voice too. It's a web series that we do on YouTube, and if you want to check it out, Dee, if you could type in the address, the
Yes.
YouTube address, it's Man is the Moon. If you guys go check it out, you can watch. We've already done 4 episodes. We're getting into the 5th. We just started working with Jim over at Hauntology Productions. He's our new editor, and I got to tell you guys, he is kicking but he's taken what I think was already a really good product. It's completely untouched, unscathed. You guys get to see the investigations, the ghost box sessions as they happen, but he's adding in this whole really cool cinematic angle to it that we didn't have before. So I just saw a little clip that he put together. It looks, and I'm not joking around, guys, it looks better than some of the TV shows that I've seen out there. And
Oh my
I'm
God, awesome.
not kidding. I'm not kidding. It is so awesome. And this is
And
me
this
talking
next
about it.
one's going to be, it's going to feature what happened to us in Iowa.
Yes, this is going to be about the Stagecoach Inn, what happened out there. So this is going to be the Facebook Live, the ghost box sessions you guys didn't get to see, the scratches that happened to Dee, the burns that happened to me, all the different things that happened in this thing. You guys, please check it out. What we're going to do is we're actually going to, and for those who don't know, we're going to debut this on Paranormal Warehouse. So I don't have a date yet, but I'm going to give it to you as soon as we have it. Probably tomorrow night we'll be able to work it all out. So we're going to debut it on Paranormal Warehouse. It's going to play on this very network that we're on right now. Dee, myself, anybody who's associated with the episode is going to, and Jim, are all going to be in the chat room to answer your questions live as it's happening so you can learn more about it. And then after the show, we're going to do live inside the box on like this, like a TV show. We're going to bring in Jim, Dee, me, anybody else, Alan, anybody who could be involved with the episode so you guys can ask us questions and you can find out more about it. It's going to be so cool. It's going to be a really cool thing. But anyway, so I just want to tell you guys the 15th Hinsdale House, the 21st and 22nd Stagecoach Inn, and hopefully we'll see you guys out there. And we appreciate everything you guys do for supporting us. And you can find the ticket links if you go to, I have a group on Facebook called Psychic and Paranormal Events featuring Chris Moon. And feel free to just throw me a request to join and I'll let you in. And I'll give you the ticket link. So there.
Awesome.
Done.
Awesome, awesome. And I just want to say real quick, guys, those of you that are watching right now, if you're in the chat room, if you're joining us and you're enjoying the show, please share the video. Share the video, get as many people to see it and come in and join with us because there's another live stream going on right now. So I don't like when that happens because then, we've got to really struggle because, we want to have a lot of views on the video.
Yeah, we do. That's a good thing because they won't fire us if that happens. So that's a good thing.
So guys, share the video. Share.
Yeah.
Please.
And we love hanging out with you guys.
People. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Emily Down says, I've never done this before. Wondering if there's anything I need to know. Boy, that is so random. I'm not getting anything with that. Are you, Dee?
No, I'm not. And I'm looking at her picture. I've never done this before. Wondering if there's anything I need to know.
Emily, if you have a specific question, throw it at us. It gets really confusing when it's so general. Adam,
I don't know if you can see it. It went away. But there was a long, long message, but when you were doing when you were promoting all that stuff, and I didn't want to say, wait, stop. So I lost it. But there was a long, long message that came in,
Mhm.
and it was from, when you were talking to that one listener, and I forgot the name, but in regards to the house, and you said you got the name Virginia,
Yes.
and I want to. So if you can retype that in there for us to see it and read it, because it was really long, and I think there was some sort of validation in there. So I really want to you know.
Yeah,
I think she said something about that the video wouldn't let her listen when you were talking, so she felt that that was something trying to block her from listening.
that
So then
could
she went
be.
back.
Could
Yeah.
be.
So,
Yeah, please
uh,
retype
I,
that if you can hear us.
please retype it.
And the other thing I wanted to say really quickly, guys, I know that Facebook, whatever we're on here, I don't know why it is, but Facebook boots people off constantly and makes them come
Hmm.
back in. Please be patient. It's not us, it's Facebook. Facebook can be dumb. So please come right back in if you do get booted. Uh, Mariana says, hello, Dee and Mooney from Denmark. Ooh, Denmark. Yay. A new one. D.
Hi. Yes.
Denmark.
Yay. Denmark.
It says, I want to ask, what does my grandfather, who passed away in 2012, think about my current decisions, my love relationships, and my path through life? Does he have any messages for me? I just want to say that this is a really amazing show, and I'm glad that I found it. Love, Mariana.
Oh.
Mariana Anna. Um, okay, as far as your grandfather, I feel like his perception has definitely changed from where he was in life into where he is now. There's more understanding of the life decisions that you've made. I don't think that it's either an acceptance or non-acceptance. I think it's just an understanding of trying to get through life the best way you possibly can. So there's a lot of love there. There's a lot of respect, and again, going back, pride. You see that whole "I'm very proud of you." Also know that he's very responsible for pulling you out of a couple of bad situations, and I think you know exactly what those things are. Um, he's really involved in trying to help with the family.
Hmm. There's a question in the Mixer chat room. I'm sorry. Were you done?
Hmm.
Okay. There's a question in the Mixer chat room, and I want to read it because this person has been typing it in there over and
Sure, go
over.
ahead. Yep.
Tina Stanley Anderson says, "Dee and Mooney, will I find happiness soon?" So I just find like a sense of urgency. This person's like
Okay.
anxious and
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But when we're talking about a sense of happiness, there's a lot that goes into that. I feel like there's too much in her, the energy she's putting out. I feel like it's a financial happiness. I feel like there's money tied to it. Money is not happiness. Believe me, those two things don't tie together. Money stability and the ability to take some control over your life, but it's not happiness.
Mhm.
I feel like the way you're seeing things, the way you're viewing things, is actually kind of blocking you from taking the next step. Uh, and again, I'm not saying that this is all money for you, but I do see monetary expectations, societal. I see a lot of things in your mind telling you what success is, and that's not really what happiness and success is. So my best advice to you is to take a step back and really think about the things that make you happy, not the things that make you rich, that make you in a good relationship, that make you this, that, but just the things that make you happy. And if you can hone in on those things, I think that you're going to see some quick improvement in your life.
I agree with you, and I think it's easy to want to tie those two together, the money and that, because that's one less worry, and it's a big weight off your shoulders when you have that stability. But yeah, don't look for happiness in that. And I saw something actually earlier today that somebody posted on Facebook, and I think it was Dan, and he said instead of trying to look for things that make you happy, why don't you begin by letting go of the things that make you unhappy?
That's a great thing too. Great
Hmm.
advice. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
I
Okay.
just want to say real quick, Moon, I want to say hi to my daughter. She's in the chat room. Hi, Angie. And that's my little makeup artist, guys. She's been doing my makeup before the show. So if you guys
Angie's
like my makeup, tell
awesome.
her that she's awesome.
She's like a quadruple threat, guys. She's got the makeup thing. She can dance. She can sing. She's got it all. I'm telling you.
She does. She really does. She's my baby girl.
Yes, she's very talented, and there's a bright future for Miss Angie. Um,
Yay.
okay, Christina says, "Hi Moon. Do you see my books I'm writing on my story of DV and self love, etc. If they will be helpful and successful? Thank you." Um, I do. I see things starting slower than you'd like them to, but perseverance is going to be big with this one. It's going to be a situation where you've got to kind of ignore some of the haters out there, the trolls, and just keep moving forward. Because I think that I get the number three as being the third one that you write, the third major published work that you do is going to be the one that breaks you.
Hmm. Yes. Sorry, I'm scrolling through Mixer. I apologize.
I'm scrolling through everything. It's crazy.
Okay.
And Lupita just said, "Okay, I'm back over here with Moon," because she says she likes it better. She feels more comfortable with me here.
That's not what she said.
No, she didn't say that.
Um, let's see. Madeline Weisman says, "Do you see any messages for me from the other side? Obviously, I keep missing it. Love you guys. You're absolutely awesome. I'm so glad I found Box Talk. Oh, Madeline,
Yeah,
thank you. That
thank
means so
you.
much. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Can we? I'm sorry. After you answer this, can we talk about the other thing that we received that you sent me earlier today?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to hone in on her message.
Yeah.
Read it for me one more time because I got lost in. Read me the bulk without the nice compliment at the end.
Okay. Do you see any messages from me from the other side? Obviously, I keep missing it. Love you guys.
There's a huh. There's somebody there who's trying to tell her that she's almost there. Um, if you know what the races look like, the marathons with the tape, you have to break the
Mm-hmm.
tape to get through. There's somebody there like waving a flag, and there's tape, and they're trying to get her to get to the other side. It's a question that she's been having. Is she going to get there? Is she going to reach it? Is she going to do it? And it's almost there. It's a matter of perseverance, right? If she
Her
can,
goal.
yeah, if
Yeah.
she can stick with it, she's definitely going to reach this. She is going to obtain it. She's going to achieve it. So absolutely.
Wow. Wow, that's awesome. That's an awesome message. And I'm sure you have a whole bunch of them. So go ahead. I mean, I've got a few here,
Oh
but you
no,
probably have a
you were
lot.
saying that you wanted to talk about what happened earlier today because that was really
Yes,
cool.
yes, yes. Please, please.
Well, okay. Do you have it in front of you? Because that kind of just put me on the spot. I thought you had it like pulled up, and I'm like, oh,
I can
okay.
pull it up. I can pull it up.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and pull it up, and I'll read a couple more while you're doing that, so we don't have dead air. I'll just answer a
Okay.
couple.
I
Yeah,
have. Wait,
Stephanie, my hair did grow back. It was amazing. It's right when I got on Box Talk tonight. I put the
my
headphones on.
anger.
Like, have you ever guys seen the hat with the hair in the back? It was weird. I put the headphones on, and the hair just sprouted from my head and just grew. It was incredible.
I made it happen.
Yeah, it was Dee. She was willing the whole thing to happen. Um, let's see here. Uh,
Okay. So can I?
yeah, go ahead. I was getting ready to read. Go ahead.
Okay. So Chris earlier today sends me a picture of somebody, and I didn't know who it was, and then he sends me a message that he received a message and picture from somebody, and
This is
and
so
I
cool, guys.
and so I'm going to read the message. That's fine, right?
Yep.
Okay, so this was the message, and I have to read it because it just made me feel so good, and it made us both feel really good. And it says, this was a message attached with picture. Dear Chris and Dee, good evening from the UK. I wanted to update you. A few weeks ago during your Ghostbox Live, I talked to yourself and Spirit about the health of my mom, Linda, who was diagnosed with grade 2 breast cancer. Spirit and yourself tell me she would be okay. I wanted to validate. Yesterday, Mom was told she was cancer-free after her successful mastectomy a few weeks ago, and now will be on a course of medication for the next 5 years. I want to say thank you to you, Dee and Spirit, for so graciously taking your time to answer me. Attached is a picture of my mom outside the consulting room. It's a big thumbs up from her. Thank you for being positive amongst a world which is so full of negativity. You are all wonderful souls. That just wow, that made my day when you sent me that. Because that's what it's all about for me.
This is why we do the show, guys. This is why
Mhm.
we're here. Is just that right there.
That was just I did one of these things like, ah, yes, that's what it's all about.
And it wasn't just the. I mean, what an amazing message. They're in the UK, but what an amazing message to get that. But to see the mom who was given that information and the thumbs up that she was giving us to say, hey guys, thank you. Thanks for, our hashtag, no darkness allowed. That we're trying to be love and light, and we're not just saying it, we mean it. We genuinely mean that we want to be the beacon in all this, not just us, but all of us, the whole group, the whole family, Box Talk. So thank you guys for being a part of that. And I'm watching such amazing things happening in the chat room, people who are saying that they're having issues and things like that. It's so cool to see other Box Talkers jump in and immediately give advice or hey if I can help or let me
Oh,
recommend something or
yes.
that's what this is all about, guys. I mean, I'm
And
like,
I feel so proud of it, Moon, because I feel like with this we've sort of created a and I'm trying to build my website, and on it, on one of the little slides, I have it, and I can read to you what it says. It's something that I said, and it says do. Hold on, let me go back. Create. Don't ever stop creating. Life is about creating. Create your own happiness. Create your own opportunities. Don't wait around for someone to do it for you. Create, create, create. Create each day and design your life. Create your own inner peace and balance. Set your intentions and remember that your intentions can indeed create your reality. And then also the chain reaction. I feel with everything that I've done, like I mean, with Box Talk and everything that one of my biggest purposes in life is to help others and to spread positivity in hopes that it will cause a chain reaction that will bring healing to others, leave traces of light in the darkness. And I had done all that on that website that I'm building, and then you sent me that message, and I was like, there it is, there it is, you know?
Synchronicity and validation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what it is. There's a line, I'm just throwing this out there because I think this is so
Mm-hmm.
true. Ronnie James Dio is a friend of mine, and he just was an amazing human being, musician, and everything else. But he had a line from the song "Heaven and Hell," and it's a very true line. It's the devil is never a maker. The less that you give, you're a taker. So basically, keep giving, keep. You create the love, you create the light. It's you guys. It's you do it, and we're just here to kind of facilitate it on our little Mixler or not Mixler. Well, yeah, Mixler and Paranormal Warehouse thing that we do. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you guys. We love you. I wanted to get back to Jenny Dibble because she wrote back in. She had the question, the Virginia question.
Okay, yes, yes.
She says, please read. When you were doing my reading regarding the spirits in my old house built in 1863, the video kept scrambling just when you were doing the reading, then stopped immediately after you stopped talking about it. My video feed has never done this before. Guess it didn't want me to hear what you were saying, lol. But house has had over 45 previous owners according to the deed. I don't personally know anyone with the name Virginia, but I'm going to check to see if that name is on the deed and let you know. Please do, Jenny. I feel like she's the one who's mainly responsible for the activity inside the house. Not negative, but I feel like she still owns it. It's her property, it's her place. So if you guys can come to grips with that and kind of learn to live with each other, that would be great.
That's so neat how you were saying, okay, I get the name Virginia. I get the name Virginia. I don't doubt it.
It was
I
really
don't doubt you, Moon.
well. Thank you for not doubting me, because I'm your Yoda.
You are my Yoda.
I am your Yoda. Hey,
Hmm.
Mercedes, glad you could pop in. Absolutely love Mercedes. She's up in Canada, and she does some just amazing energy work. Very strong medium. So, hi, Mercedes. Good to see you in here. Christine says, am I going to get to see my grandmother before she passes? We almost lost her recently. Christine, not to be negative, and I don't want to put a scare into you, but I feel like the sooner that you can make the visit, the better it would be.
Hmm.
I'm just going to put it out like that. I think that
Yes.
so I just don't want to see you with regret. I want to make sure that you have a chance to say the things that you need to say while you're both still here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same feeling I get. As soon as you can go, go.
Rebecca Gardner says something. She says, "Soul family. That's what we are. We're a big soul family."
Yes.
Totally agree.
That's what we are.
Totally
That's
agree.
correct.
Chrissy says, so not for myself, but for my hubby, who's now into Moonie, which is so cool, by the way. I got the picture of it.
Oh,
He's
that
like,
picture's the best.
he's like sitting with this
Oh, it
bald
was
guy.
like,
He's got the tablet out. He goes to bed watching like all my old videos. Just bust me up.
yay.
It's so great. It's so awesome. And she sends a hug. I never met his mother. She passed away when he was very young. Does she have any messages for him? When I see her, she's kind of tough. She's kind of huh ahead of her time, and I see her giving the thumbs up, kind of like the hey, good job, good job. Um, she's never been far away from him, even in the afterlife. She's never been far away from him.
Hmm. Um, the one right after Chrissy, Rebecca Gardner, she says, D and Mooney, any messages for me? Could really use some guidance due to stressful situation. That one popped out at me, and the reason why I read it is because what I got, and you're gonna tell me just say it. What
Just
I
say it.
got is that just slow down. You need to slow down. Stop. She's the stress is because she just wants to, she stresses out so much and she wants to get everything done. Boom, 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 boom. But she needs to slow down and stop and just take one thing at a time. She can't take it all on.
Let me add to that one too. Stop being distracted by the shiny lights, because she is easily distracted and gets off course very, very easily, which causes her a lot of regret later on.
Hmm.
So slow yourself down. Smell the roses. I know it's an old saying, but seriously, just kind of stay the
Slow
course.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Steady wins the race. That's going to be the best thing for you.
Yeah, that's the message I got was just slow down. Take it easy.
Cora, sorry, Cora jumped back in a couple of times. It's popped up, so I'm supposed to answer this. Cora, about your leg. The knot. I don't think it's what you think it is or what I know what you're getting out of that. I don't think that's it. I think that that's actually a false positive when it comes down to it. So try not to focus in on that. Let the doctors go in and take a look at it. Try not to be stressed as much as you can. I know it's
I
always
think it's going to
scary.
be okay though.
Yeah, I do too. But follow their advice because you like to push, and I know you. So please take a step back. If they tell you you need to take a step back. Okay.
All right. Okay, I agree with you.
Okay. Thanks for pulling a Moonie. Um,
No, but it's good. I have nothing to add because,
I
like you
know.
said,
I'm totally
you had
joking.
said it. All
Uh,
right. So, Misty Rowe in the chat room says, "Hi guys, happy solstice.
Hi.
Should I go into training for massage therapy or energy work? If so, do you think my stepmom could help with paying for the classes?"
All the way across everything you just said is a yes.
Mm,
You already know your path, and it starts with the massage, which is going to lead into the Reiki, which is going to lead into something past that. So yeah,
healing energy work.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I would when you approach your stepmom about it, approach her from a very realistic standpoint, and just be honest, even if it sounds woo-woo, kind of out there. I think she's going to get it. You're going to be surprised by the reaction.
Yeah. I agree with you. And I'm not pulling a moon. It's just that yeah.
You totally pulled a moon.
No. Kyle says, "Hey Dee, can you please let Moon know I say this as well? Thank you so much for accepting me into your family. Moon and Daniel, your two brothers I had who I love dearly. And Dee, you're a sister to me that so totally rocks." Kyle, I wanted to read that out loud because I wanted to know that we acknowledge you and we love you and we really appreciate you, Kyle. You are a dear friend to us all, to
Let
the
me.
three of us.
Can I also give Kyle a shout out too, which I thought he did something so
Sure.
sweet for me. Um, so Kyle and I are friends. He's been on Box Talk for a long time, and as you know, this is what I do. This is my full time occupation. I'm a lecturer, psychic, ghost hunting, class presenter. That's what I do, guys. So Kyle will occasionally, get a message into me and ask me some questions and things, insights and stuff like that. Nothing anything big, just a yes and no question kind of thing, and I'll answer questions for him. So out of nowhere last night, he goes, Moon, thank you for everything that you do. I want to give you a donation on PayPal. How do I do that? I was like,
Aw.
Kyle, that's so awesome. He just got it. He understands. He's like, you got to
He's
pay.
a sweetheart.
Yeah,
He sent me the most beautiful rosary. And then he
right.
felt so bad that he missed my live video because that video was dedicated to Kyle because I was just so touched when the mail came in and my mom's like, "Here, this is for you." And so I opened it up and I'm like, "Oh my God." And I saw it was from Kyle and I was like, because I'm very sentimental. As you know, I'm very sentimental. So when I
Right.
saw, it, I was like, "Oh, he sent me something!" Like, oh, like it really meant so much to me, and it was a beautiful rosary. And then he didn't even know my favorite color was blue, and it's blue.
Yep.
So it just wow. I know for the longest time I was like, "Oh, what can I do? There's nothing I can do." So I'm gonna do a live video and surprise him that he was there.
At,
And then he
at
felt
least it's recorded, right?
yeah, it's recorded. But then he felt so bad. He's like, "Dee, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Oh my God, don't even worry about it. At least you saw it."
It
But
was so
yeah.
funny because he told me about it before he sent it, or before you got it. He told me about it, and I was like, "Oh, she'll love that." And yeah, it was really kind of cool.
Hmm.
Let me see here. I just want to keep up. I know that we're getting behind. Jessica says, "Hey guys, I'm having an anxiety right now because tomorrow's my first ultrasound. Should I worry? Thanks." No, I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
I don't get anything bad around that.
No,
Remember, guys, the energy that you put out to the universe is what you're going to get back. Okay,
that is true. I've
very
learned that.
important, guys. And we are as guilty as anybody else about worrying about things and manifesting and all
Yes.
that kind of stuff.
We
But
have to sometimes stop each other.
right. Yeah, sometimes it's great to just be able to bounce it off each other and be like, "Oh my God, no, stop. It's irrational. It doesn't make sense." Okay, good, and it stops. But sometimes when you put, worry and negativity out there, sometimes it'll come back to you. So, especially in things as serious as that, please try to be as positive as you can because you really can change some outcomes that way. Just really important.
It's true, and it's important what you put out there. And it's difficult. I mean, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. I mean, you're gonna depending on how you're feeling or what's going through your mind. That's gonna happen. But it takes a lot to remind yourself. Okay, I need to take a step back and look at this differently.
Right.
And sometimes you can't. When you realize that you just can't, it's because it's at that time at that moment you need to feel what you're feeling. You have to. You have to go through the
Right.
motions,
I
but then let it go.
totally agree. Uh,
Um.
oh,
Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Triessa or Triessa says, "Hi guys. Uh, this is connected to you, D. This one is yours. I'll follow up on it, but this is yours. Triesta says, "Hi guys, question. Can either of you help me find out some information on my father? He passed the same year my oldest daughter was born. A lot of details on his life are impossible to research." What's your first thought on that?
Question, can you help me find out some information on my father? He passed the same time I was born. Oh, okay. Right away, the first thing I get is one out, another one in. If that makes sense to you,
Mm-hmm.
like her father passed, and then her oldest daughter was born. You know, and
I don't know if it's the daughter.
no. I'm not saying that it's a daughter. I'm just saying
No,
that like the gift, like that was a gift to her to help her
right.
cope through it, because it happened to us in my family. My sister's granddaughter was born on my dad's birthday, and then months later, my dad passed away. Information on her father, he passed the same
See,
year. Sorry.
I'm getting some really separative issues. I just don't think that they were ever really in each other's lives at any point or for a very short time. Um,
Mm-mm. I'm really not getting much on that on the father.
yeah.
Like I'm not. I'm not.
Do
I'm not. I'm not. Be honest with you. I'm not getting much at all on the father. Nothing. I'm not connecting with that.
do me a
But what I feel is that things happen like that. I just look at that cycle.
reach out to us privately if you would, and we'd be happy to try to answer that question for you. I feel like we need to get more in depth. Emily says, "Well, goodbye, everyone." Bye, Emily. Hopefully, didn't miss you before you left. Um, Boy, lots of questions in here. Good stuff tonight, guys.
Um, Janice11 says, "Hello, wondering if my mother who has passed has any messages, and if I'm ever going to receive guidance regarding my recent medical diagnosis." Past messages. I'm not getting anything
I'm
on that
not
one.
getting anything either. Yeah, I'm not
How
getting
funny,
anything on
right?
that.
That we're
Yeah,
both like,
completely blocked on that.
yeah, I'm not getting anything on that one at all,
Let's
like at all.
let's come back to that one again. I don't feel like we're connecting. I don't think it's right. And it's
Mm-mm.
funny, my Alexa's going off right now. If you guys,
Hmm.
sometimes my Alexa that I have in will go off for no apparent reason. It's just sitting there on right now. Um, yeah, we'll come back to that one. Um, Olivia Harbert says, "Hello, it's Olivia. I've been thinking about trying to find out who my father is." Boy, we got a theme going here. "I don't know anything about my biological father. I'm not sure what I should do. By the way, Mooney, I thought you cut your hair." I did. I was playing a
You
joke.
scared a lot of
I was
people.
playing a joke, guys. Um, I think you do need to research this, Olivia. I think you're going to be surprised when you find out some of the facts and details that are going to come your way on that. You're going to learn a lot about yourself from doing it, so I do suggest you follow up on that. And I think you already know how to do it. Oh, sorry, I got something really cool. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay, this is called validation, guys. Here we go. Everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
From Jenny Dibble. "I did check deed. There's a Virginia on the deed.
Wow.
Says she was put in a mental institution. When her husband died, she got the house, this house. Doesn't say whether or not he died in the house or if she was ever able to come back to the house. Looks like it was her soon after."
Wow, that is like validation, all capital letters right there.
Boy, Jenny, you're going to have to write me a reference on that one.
Please, please do.
That was a pretty dead on hit for me. Um,
See, Moon, I tell you, you rock.
well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's not me. It's just them telling me stuff. But Jenny, yeah, that is absolutely awesome. That
I
does
have
really.
the best Yoda in the world.
I'm the long-haired Yoda.
Yeah.
Jenny, yeah, I'm really happy we were able to get that validation for you. Please do some more research on it and see if you can find out some more information. And if she was put in a mental institution, that could explain why she's back there trying to protect the house because she feels like she lost it. So there you go.
There's another one in the Mixer chat room. Sherry, I don't want to say her last. I want to butcher her last name. Sherry Henchensky. Hello from Albuquerque. I was wondering if you could give me any advice on moving on. My mother will be deceased for a year in July, and I really do need to let the anger go. Yeah, you do. You said it yourself. You have to let that anger go. It is very difficult. It's very, very, very difficult, especially when you're dealing with that and you're dealing with other things. And it seems when you're grieving, it seems that everything around you is falling apart. And it's not so much that it's falling apart more when you're grieving, it's just that you notice it more because you're in that mindset. And it's really difficult. It is. I mean, I know, and it still happens to me. I mean, I lost my father in August. Hasn't been a year yet, and this first year has been very hard. I mean, it was, the first Thanksgiving without my father, the first Christmas, the first New Year's, my birthday passed. I mean, his birthday, Father's Day was an ass kicker. It was just, I didn't know what I was going to do, and it's hard. It is hard. But and I mean, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, but it is about letting that go and try, even though you don't want to understand it, there's a reason why we lose them. I mean, I didn't think I was going to lose my dad. I didn't think I was going to lose him. He wasn't supposed to go. He wasn't terminally ill. He went in for minor surgery and we lost him. And oh man, you just want to be angry, but you can't, because you just, in the long run, you're hurting yourself, and they don't want to see you. They don't want to see you that way. So, the advice I would say about moving on from that is try to think of what your mom would want you to be feeling. Try to think of what your mom would be telling you. What advice would your mom give you in this situation? And try to follow that. And that's difficult too, because it's not her physically telling you. So it's very difficult, but you're going to have to allow yourself to feel that and then let it go. Let it go. Because you're going to make yourself miserable. Believe me, you have to let it go. You hold on to them and cherish their memory, but let that anger go. That's all I have to say about that.
Very cool. It was good. I'm sorry. No,
You see,
I, no, I was listening to what you had to say, but we're getting a lot of people in chat rooms. People are getting
Yeah.
frustrated. We're not getting to them, so I'm going to try to hurry a little
Sorry,
bit here.
guys. I'm sorry, guys.
Olivia, who we did the reading for, said, "Thank you. I also hear strange noises in my home right now, and this is my first time watching. Thank you, Moonie and Dee, or Dee and Moonie. You are welcome, Olivia. Glad we could help."
You're
Uh,
welcome.
Yeah, Donna, who's my marketing and sales director for White Wolf, my company, says, "Hi guys, please don't give up. It's impossible to answer every question. Keep trying or try another night if it doesn't happen now." Well said. And
We'll be
that
back on tomorrow night,
yeah,
guys.
yeah, totally. If you guys don't get in, I know it can get frustrating when it feels like you're being skipped over, but honestly, I'm just picking people at random and trying not to repeat questions for the people we've already answered for. Doing the best I can, guys. I promise. I promise. John Sloan says, "Hey guys, I'm thinking about switching jobs. Would I be making the right choice if I do?" John, my initial reaction to that is absolutely. I get the feeling that you need a change, not just financially, but you need a new challenge. It's really important that you take on something that's going to make you feel better about yourself.
Hmm. No, go on, go on. Keep reading questions.
Okay, Jennifer says,
Sorry.
"Any messages for my brother, for any of our family members? Any messages from my brother for any of our family members?" There is a lot of regret coming from him. I don't know the circumstances in which he left, but I feel like he's not feeling good about that. I almost sense a frustration that goes along with it. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Um, Ron says, "Hello, I'm new here. Is there any messages on the other side for me?" Ron Downs. I'm getting. I'm looking at your. I'm actually getting confused because there's a couple of people in your picture. I think I might be picking up something for them instead of you. Um, there is a protection for the little one there. I do see that. As far as the messages go, you are moving in the right direction. Please hang in there. I do see things improving for you very quickly. But again, I'm a little confused by your picture. I think I might be picking up on somebody else. Let's see here. Guys, I apologize. I'm just flying through here. Mercedes says, "Does my oldest son have a thyroid issue?" Yeah, Mercedes, I am picking up something with a thyroid issue. Um, being tested would probably be the best thing you could do right about now. I think that would be a good thing to have him tested.
Can I jump in real quick? It's something that made me giggle. I don't want
Yeah.
people to think that I'm giggling at what you're reading. I'm reading the Mixer chat room, and Kyle had a typo.
Oh.
And he meant to put Moon and D. Guess who's almost sure they can come to Hinsdale House for the event. But instead of saying Moon and D, he put Mom and D. Guess
I guess
so
I'm
that
mom.
was
Yeah, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. That's all right. It'll be awesome to see you at Hinsdale, Kyle, if you can
Yeah.
make it down. We've got
Mhm.
people like traveling from all over the place to come to Hinsdale. It's so great. Get your ticket soon. Um, I'm just trying to get. Sorry, guys, if I'm missing
It's
you.
also I just want to say how proud I am of our box talkers because over here in Mixer as well they see that and it helps us out too. I mean sometimes if we can't get in there with advice or comforting words they help each other out. That's just
That's
amazing.
what,
So
yeah, it's so
yeah,
cool to see that everybody's just like helping each other out and hang in there, and they'll get to your question, and it's just cool,
costume.
guys. It's so we're killing it. We're killing it. This is great. Vicky Joe Smith says, new to this, would like to know if anyone has a message for me or my family. Vicky, do me a favor, type in a specific question, something that you need to know about. That really helps us out in these types of
It
group
does,
situations. It's
especially when we
just
have to go quickly.
because look at it this way. As a medium and trying to answer questions for people, imagine being in the middle of Grand Central Station and everybody's talking at you at the same time trying to get your attention. It's kind of what it's about. So if I can hone in and if I can focus, I can usually get quicker answers.
Yeah, yeah. And right now that we're trying to hurry up and go quicker, it's better if you just ask them specifically what you want to
Yeah.
know about.
Yeah, and we can usually answer those pretty quickly. Janine
Hmm.
says, okay, I'm trying for the third night, so we're going to answer this one. Hi from
Okay.
Lawrence, Kansas. Hi from Colorado and Texas. Would love to hear a message or a few from my mother who died with me by her side in 2012. Okay, I'm not getting an outward message, but I don't know if this makes sense to you. I see her stroking very calmly, stroking the top of your head. And I think you were doing this for her, but I think she used to do this for you when you were a child, and it's not just a random thing. It's very specific. It was very soothing to you, and I think it was very soothing to her. And I think you were able to relay that comfort back to her, and she's letting you know that she's still with you.
Hmm. Yeah. That's no. Keep going. Keep reading them.
Following up on Mercedes, just what we asked. He says he was just tested, and I'm scared for the results. Do you think it's severe? I don't think it's severe. I think that it's going to be something that's correctable through medication. Let me see here. Manuel, that's not a name that I recognize, so I'll go ahead and read it here. Um, Hi, I've been listening for a while. Love your show. Thank you. But wanted to ask if there's any messages from the other side from anyone. Ugh, Manuel, again, that's the tough thing. It's a lot easier if you have a specific question. Please shoot that back at us, and we'll try to answer
Yeah.
that for you.
Please.
And guys, if you could tell people who are coming into the chat room, that would really help us out too. To let them know if you have
Olivia
a
says,
specific question, please throw that out
you'll
specifically.
see it. Olivia says, "Hi, Mom and D." Hashtag Mom and D.
I love that. That's funny. It's because I kept the hair.
Because you kept the hair,
Yeah.
Mom.
Janine, I hope that that answered. She said, thanks so much. I hope that answered your question. Tim Conwell says, will I ever meet the one? When? When does my job situation change? As far as I'm going to go with the first one on yours because we're kind of flying right now. Tim, yes, absolutely you will, but you've got to stop. You have this ideal that's not real. And I'm just putting that out very blatantly for you. It's not a real thing. Open yourself up to different types of people because that's really what this is about. Right now, you're blocking out the type of person that you really need to meet. There's the want, there's the need, but I definitely want you to meet the right person. Alan says he's got to go, guys. Things are getting weird around here. Oh boy, here
Oh,
we go again. This is a stagecoach thing, guys. Not being over
no, no, no,
dramatic.
no, 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 no.
He says he's not being over dramatic, but this show sometimes seems to recreate the same last time he was on the show with a dark thing happening. Talk later. Alan, take care of yourself. Salt,
Take care of yourself. Yes.
sage tonight. Smudge, please. That's the message I've got
Protect
for you.
yourself.
Yeah,
Protect yourself.
anytime we talk about the stagecoach, that stuff comes up.
Yeah.
Be
Um,
safe, buddy.
the last time I just real quick, and then you can continue reading. The last time when we did this, I had a message from our friend, and you just read a question from him, Tim Conwell, and he had that GoFundMe, that
Right,
fundraiser,
right.
and I just dropped the link in there again, so that guys,
Oh,
if you can give anything to this family, and I know Moon, you
yeah,
had proposed something the last time. If you want to go ahead
yeah.
and
I actually got a hold of him, and we were able to talk a little bit. And I'm donating a reading, so you guys will be able to bid on a private video reading with me or face to face if we're in the same location. But one of the two.
awesome,
Yeah, so you'll be able to do that, and it's going for a great cause, guys. You'll be able to help out a family in need. So positive stuff.
awesome. That's so
Uh,
awesome, Mooney, that you're doing that.
oh yeah, yeah. I'm always happy to help whenever I can. Let's see here. Manuel came back and clarified. Sorry for not clarifying, but wanted to switch the subject. Love your show. Wanted to know, should I start my online business or should I stay where I am working currently? This is absolutely clear to me. I don't know about you, D. You need to do both right now. Keep, as they always say, keep the day job, work on the other one at night. If you can do that, if you can keep the money coming in, you're going to have a lot better shot at success with the online business. It is going to be successful. The online business will definitely be successful, but
But you got to be
keep the money coming
persistent.
in right now. Yeah, keep the money coming
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, I
Uh,
agree with you. From Janeski Levin, she says, "Hello, I was wondering if there are any messages for me, and if my boyfriend will propose soon." Let's stick with the boyfriend one. That's the
yeah,
specific one.
yeah,
Um, I see a proposal, but not as soon as she wants it.
right. Yeah, I'm getting the same thing. Patience, patience. Don't push. He's gonna when he's ready. He's ready. This isn't the kind of guy you want to push. It could send him the other direction. So, yeah, definitely, it's gonna happen. But you got to be patient. You got to hang in there. Okay. Shannon says, "I would love to know what my husband's mother thinks of me. She's deceased and has never met me. Does she think I'm good enough for her son?" That's an easy one. Absolutely. It's not just you, but it's how you make him feel. Um, with you, there's a real giving about you, and you're genuine. And I think that that's what she really likes about you most. And I think that
Hmm.
she feels very secure, almost turning over the baton, handing the baton off. I feel like she feels like you're going to take care of him the right way.
Yeah, she feels happy. She feels happy with him being with you.
Absolutely.
Ashley says, "The last time I was in here, you said that something positive was going to happen for me in 40 days. Are you picking anything else up with that? Is it career-wise or home-wise?"
Career.
Career. Okay.
Yeah, it's a job situation.
Okay, that's awesome. There you go, Ashley. So look out for that.
Leslie says, first time viewer, is my marriage going to last? Leslie, not to sound cliche here, but this one is completely up to you. You are in complete control of the situation right now. You have much more influence in the situation than you even know. Um, I need you to take a step back and reflect. That's going to be a gigantic thing right now. Step back and reflect, see where you want to be, and look at things from both sides. That's something neither one of you really do. Look at things from both sides.
Marcy Ulrey says, "Moonie Dee, do you see where my marriage is going?" A lot of marriage questions, guys.
hmm Yeah, it's kind of been the theme tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. When you initially said it, I get heartache. I get a lot of heartache and struggle. Um, you guys have been tested for a while. I do see you guys pulling this out, but there's going to be some more rocky times coming before you're able to pull this thing through.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Chelsea Gill's in. Hi, Chelsea. Good to. She
Hi,
had it.
Chelsea.
By the way, last night, Chelsea, I can't tell you, you had so many awesome reviews from the Phenomenon Encounter show last night. Dee told me about a great experience. I had several other people contact me. It was almost like a referral thing. They're like, "Oh my God, it's so amazing," you know. So Chelsea, great job last night. I just wanted to say that on air. If anybody needs another great psychic, Chelsea's the one to talk to.
She is awesome, guys.
Um, let's see here. Chelsea says, "Hi, what do you see for my husband Pat's career? Thank you so much. Love you guys." There's going to be a little dip in the road, weave in the road. I see things changing a little bit, but it is for the best. Things are going to turn out very, very well. Just be ready for this weird little rocky time that's coming up. It's going to feel very hopeless for just a short time, but you guys, if you stick together, good things are going to happen. Promise.
Mm-hmm. Cool, cool. There you go. And we love you too, Chelsea, by the way. We love you so much. You rule, girl.
Absolutely. Okay, William says, "Will I return to work soon, or when? If so?" Yeah, William, it is going to happen fairly soon. You're stubborn, so it's not going to be soon enough for you, but it is going to happen. So try to hang in there. It's going to be good. Kristen says, "This is my son's birthday, and I had to put them up for adoption years ago. Was it the right thing? My husband lost his job working part time now. In April, I lost four people that I was close to. Just wondering if they were around, and I feel lost today." Um, yeah, Kristen, much like we spoke to somebody, I think it was Angel we spoke to earlier, you're going through those life lessons right now, and I can't imagine what you're going through with all that loss. But it's not just again how you take in the loss, but how you put that energy back to out to other people and how you deal with it. People are watching you and how you respond to these things. So that's kind of where you're at. Again, you are going to see some reward come later on, but it's going to be a little bit later for you in this whole thing. Try to hang in there. Putting the sons up for adoption, the son up for adoption, I do feel was absolutely the right thing. There was no way that you could handle the situation as it was. So I think that that's the correct thing. Um, as far as your husband losing his job, there's going to be a little bit more of a struggle with that one. Hang in there. And I'm sorry about your loss about the four people. Um, I know you lost four, but I do sense two that are still very close to you. Grandparent, parent, something along those lines. But I do feel they are still around you.
Hmm. And yeah, I feel lost today. I mean, I can't even imagine the situation everything she's gone through. So just hang in there.
Joyce says Chelsea answered me last night. Not quite what I was hoping for, but she is awesome. That's really cool. That's really glad.
Okay, let's see. Liz Brissette says, "Hello, guys. Was wondering if and where we will be relocating to. Thank you. Do you see a move in her, like, for her future soon?" Liz Brissette. And if so,
Yeah,
where?
but when we say soon, I don't see it as soon. I don't see it as happening right away. I think that the misconception is it's going to be something very fast. Um, okay, in the move, it is going to happen. I see it as landlocked. I don't see it near water. Possibly mountains. And it is positive. It's a good change, and it's going to be almost immediate. And sometimes the change of scenery thing is not the best thing in the world, but I think in this case it needs to happen. So yeah, I do see that taking place.
That's the end of the question here in the mixer chat room. It's from Jess R. She says, "Moonie Dee, I need guidance. SHIT is hitting the fan with my sister-in-law and nephew. If you remember, we were taking care of him because she is off doing drugs and now pretending to be sober,
Right.
and everyone is falling for it. And when I know for a fact that it's not done, that she's not done drug-wise, what do I do? Please help." Wow, you can't be an enabler, that's for sure.
Here's the thing. This is another one of those situations where you're going to have to take your hands off and let the universe take over. The more interference
And that's tough.
yeah, because the more interference you keep putting into the situation, the more roadblocks you're putting in the way of what's supposed to happen. Your intent is awesome. It's really good, but sometimes the anger plays into that and can cause some problems as well. Again, if you can just take a step to the side, do your very best, you're going to be happy with the outcome. As hard as that is, I think that's really important if you can do it.
Angelina, and I'm going to let you take this one. Angelina, my daughter, wants to know if you see any messages or advice for her. And I'm feeling that she wants to know, like, whether it's career-wise or if it's just anything at all that she needs to focus on.
Right now, you're on the right path. Everything that you're doing is where it's supposed to be. Where you're going to end up is, of course, not where you expect it to be, but you're going to be very happy when you get there. So, honestly, try not to focus right now where you are in life on the how and what, but just kind of let it happen. Really important.
Hmm. Do you think she should continue with the cosmetology thing?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, Angie. I
There
told
shouldn't
you.
be any doubt about that. That's an obvious one. Yeah, that's going to be something that's big down the line.
Mm.
And it's going to play in differently. Guys, really quickly, I'm sorry. I saw Facebook just booted a bunch of people off. I know how that
Oh
works. I see the
no.
numbers go boom and they go whew, dropping down. So please hang with us, guys. Jump back in. Tell everybody that we're still live and that we didn't get knocked off the air. Sorry about that.
Nora says, "Is there any spirit following my oldest son? He has a hard time sleeping at night. Sometimes he said he sees a black shadow near him or sees a face. I know my grandma and grandpa visited me before, uh, but who's visiting my son?"
Hmm. I'm not getting anything on that.
And I'm not getting that it's her grandma or grandpa.
No, I'm not getting anything on that.
Mm-mm.
Sorry about that. Let jump in with another one here. I'm trying to stick with people we haven't talked to yet. Heather Smith says, "Hi, I just want to know if you guys can tell me a guy I was. I don't. I can't read this.
Tell me a guy what you seen we
I could.
met last month. I
Everything's
was
going
going.
great. No, it's not. I just don't believe that he told me on why he stopped talking. It's very confusing. I was hurt bad in this last relationship.
I guess she wants to know if he's
Yeah,
lying.
yeah, yeah. Heather, I get the feeling from him, the impression that he was never serious about anything. I think that he had an alternate situation that was taking place that you're completely unaware of, and I think the sooner you can move past this, the better off you'll be. No vengeance, no upset, just let it go and move on. There's better people out there for you. There's a lot of
Heather, that
this.
might not be what you want to hear, but it's better that you know.
Yeah. April says my mom is watching. Please say hi to Linda. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda.
Thank you for tuning in. Let's see here. I'm just trying to skip around. Irene says, the first half of this year, 2017, has been awful for me. Strep throat 3 times, pulled a back muscle, body paralysis caused by strep, allergic reaction to a bug bite, and top it all off. On June 4th, I broke my ankle and am now off work for quite a while. Are things going to change for the better, and is there anything to look forward to down and out? I'm so sorry, Irene, for what you're going through. First off, that's really a terrible year right there in any capacity. Um, this is a really hard thing. Okay, so, and I'm not trying to make light of this, but there's the retrograde that takes place, right? So we sometimes we get the retrogrades that happen, and I always relate this back for me and Dee being Aries. What the retrograde's intention to do, it throws everything off. You can't work, you can't move forward, you can't get anything done. If you start a project, it's doomed to fail. It's like just banging your head against the wall constantly. And for people who are determined to move forward, it's frustrating, it's terrible. So what I've learned in this is that the retrograde's intent is supposed to be for you to stop and let everything come to you, start understanding, give your body rest, do those kind of things. My impression is that you're a very determined person, and when one obstacle came forward, you fought even harder to get through it. The next obstacle came, you fought even harder, so on and so forth, until the point that now you're completely laid up and you have nothing left to do. So, in this case, the best thing for you, in my opinion, is to sit back, come up with what your priorities are going to be once everything heals, and then hit the ground running once you have the ability to get back up out of bed.
Yeah. Okay. I'm getting sad because I see a lot of people like, you're not answering me. You're not, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't want to disappoint anybody. It's really hard, guys. We've got so many questions coming in, and it's difficult to like try to catch them all. And we're not deliberately skipping anybody. I don't want you guys to think that we try our best, and our goal is to help each and every one of you. And just keep trying, guys. And remember, we're on again tomorrow night. So if we don't get to you tonight, try again tomorrow. We promise we'll get to you. We promise.
Yeah, and just preface tomorrow night, if we do miss you tonight, that you tried to get in touch, say tried yesterday or tried previously,
Yes, in
and,
caps.
and
Tried yesterday.
but
Tried show.
in good faith, guys, please, we've answered your questions, don't use that for yourself, okay? Because that, we're not able to answer everybody's questions and people get upset. So don't throw that out there unless it's true, okay? Thank you.
All
Um,
right.
Amy Newman says, please read. My mom passed. We have a lot of unanswered questions. Does she have anything to say about the others? Okay, Amy, now this is another one of those situations where I need a specific question from you that I can relay back to her. So, Amy, go ahead and give me another shot if there's a specific question that you have in all this. Hi, Renee. Renee says, hi, Moonie Dee.
Hi, Renee.
Let's see here. I guess we missed Joy's question. She says, "Y'all have a good night. I'll try my question another time.
Oh, sorry.
Y'all are real busy tonight. Love you, Mooney and Dee.
Come back tomorrow night, Joey.
And Moon, I'll contact you soon to help me with coming into my abilities. Yeah, I'm happy to do that. And guys, we're always available for private readings. Now, it does cost money to do that, but if you guys have questions that you want to have answered directly one-on-one, I do ghost box readings, and Dee does psychic counseling. My mom does some tarot work and psychic counseling. So if you guys ever need to have those questions answered, please just get in touch with me. I'm always happy to do readings for everybody. So is Dee, so is my mom. And if you have the financial means to do that, we're always happy to do that for you. So we can answer things much more in depth with all that. Dee, if you've got the link, that'd be awesome. You can just
Yeah.
go to my website, and I'll relay messages if you just want a reading with Dee or my mom or all three of us or two, whatever. I'm happy to.
Yeah, Moon and I are offering combo ones too, so.
Yep, yep. Emily says, "Does my husband's brother have any messages for him?" Messages for him. Oh, okay. With the non-specific, all I can do is relay information or emotion more than anything else. He's just, all I see is he's shaking his head, but it's in a playful way, almost like I can't believe you're asking that question. If there's anything specific, please go ahead and put that back in there. Corey says, "Hi Moon and Dee. Will the rescue dog we just went for the interview for yesterday be joining our family?" Thanks, guys. Absolutely yes, and that's going to be a great addition to your family. I see that just bringing a lot of love and light to the house.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Did I lose you?
I'm here. Hello, D. D, are you there? D. 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 Listen. D. D.
Hello?
D. Can you hear me? D. It's good radio. D. 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 I'm going to keep talking until she can finally hear me. I'm just going to keep talking and talking, and then she'll finally say, "Oh, I hear you. I hear you, Moon." It's probably a Skype thing. Hang in there. You're there, D. I wish I could hold up a picture. Somebody let D know that I hear her. Somebody say, "Chris hears you, D. You're still on. Everybody can hear you."
Oh, hello?
Oh, yeah. We've been talking the whole time. I've been saying, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was saying if somebody in the chat room let D know I can hear her. Um, yeah, you were just like looking befuddled.
And then I was like, oh no, no. And then I was trying not to look befuddled, but I guess I did look
You
befuddled.
did. You look very concerned. Joni, Joni, I say, me too, Joy. Going to stay 5 more minutes. Hey, if I can answer your question, please do. Guys, Donna McNamara just put my website address in there. She can go ahead and get readings booked for any of you. Just flying through here. Chrissy says, "I'm sorry, guys, exhausted. Really need to close my eyes. Much love to you both and my Box Talk family. Hope you all have a great night. See you
Love you
tomorrow."
guys.
Thanks, Chrissy. Hang in there. Let's see here. Donna again put in the request a private reading. That's my website, chrismoonpsychic.com. You'll find the link on there.
I was building my website today, guys, and so tomorrow, I promise you, it'll be done, and I'll be putting it in here. That way, if you want to get in touch with me, you can get in touch with me as well.
Yes.
And the cool thing about my website is that my PayPal is linked to it, so you can there.
There you go. Joni says, "Who is Moonie Mom?" I think that's Moonie's mom, Mama Moon. She is a psychic. We just wrote a book together. We're going to be doing a book tour in August. So, yeah, Ghostbox, name of the book. Mindy Nash from Ashland City, Tennessee. "I feel so lost right now. I need help to find my path in life." What are you getting from that, D?
Feel so lost right now. I need help to find my path in life. You know what I feel from that? I feel like she's getting like she's on the right path, and a lot of that is that fear from like self-doubt. So I talked to somebody a while ago about that, and then I made them realize, like, no, you're not lost. You're actually on the right path. You just didn't realize you were on the right path. I think she just needs to continue getting in touch with herself first, fixing, you work on the inside outward, and things start to get better that way.
Absolutely. We're running up against the clock here. I want to read one more question, then we're going to talk about what's going on here. Emily Down says, "My husband's brother passed away 17 years ago. We have noticed some things around the house happening. His cousin spoke with a medium, and his brother came through and said he needed to talk to his brother. So I'm thinking that he just isn't able to get his message through." Emily, and I'm not doing a sales pitch here, I'll be honest with you, the best thing that we can possibly do with this, if you have the ability, let's do a private ghost box reading, because he'll actually be able to hear his voice come through and get the messages directly, as crazy as it sounds, from his mouth, so he can hear those voices and emotions and personality come through and talk to him. Feel free to get in touch with me again. It's chrismoonpsychic.com. Okay, guys, sorry, we are just against the clock right now, 3 minutes. I know we didn't get to everybody's questions, but I promise, come back tomorrow. Use the little beginning part that says, "I tried to ask last night," or "I tried to ask an earlier show," and we'll try to get to your questions first tomorrow, okay? We love all you guys. We want to try to help everybody out as much as possible. So yeah, please hang out. We'll definitely do that. Okay, so we have 2 minutes left. Again, tomorrow's night show we're calling Thursday Free for All, which is going to be just about everything. We're going to answer some psychic questions. We'll have the ghost box on. We'll go through and try to help everybody out as best we possibly can. We'll have some discussion about the paranormal and psychic subjects as well, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We are going to have a short after party tonight. It's going to be over on Mixler.
Let me put the link in there. I haven't done that.
Yeah, so Dee is going to put the link in. I always have to tell people before they go, we just do kind of a fun comedy show, but it is adult oriented. It's 18 and over, language, things like that. So if that's not your thing, if you don't like adult comedy, please don't bother coming over there. You will think differently of us afterwards. It's just a different side of what we do. But yeah, guys, definitely tune in tomorrow night. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. And my hair is still here.
Yay,
Still.
guys! And I'm just going to reiterate what he said. It's true. I know that there was a lot of first time listeners, and there's a lot of listeners that because lately we haven't really been doing like a full on after party type thing. So a lot of the listeners that are kind of newish don't know what they're getting into when they go into the after party,
Right.
and it's like the Moonie Dee that you get here. I mean, we're serious about our work. Yes, we are, and we're serious about helping people. That's our goal. But that's sort of like a stress reliever, and like we sort of just
10
we
seconds.
yeah we spread butt gusting laughs to everybody. So yeah,
We gotta
gut
go.
busting. I said that backwards. All right, bye guys. Mwah, smile and remember to make someone else smile too. Don't get offended at the after party. Bye bye.
Love you guys. Bye.